welcome back to Gutshot Crypto. It's been 4 days shy of a year since I last posted a video to the channel. I've been doing a lot of things professionally and hobby-wise, but I'm still playing Upland. Upland is fucking amazing. Still very, very passionate about playing this game. Love, selling and buying houses here, and all these houses are little NFTs. You actually own a little house on the blockchain. You just get this address. It's an actual address mapped over real life property. You can actually look at the property. That's all the game can do for now, but in the future you'll be able to develop little stores on there, or little clubhouses or little cafes or whatever. Basically each plot is a website that you can use for e-commerce or for Web3 commerce, whatever you wanna name it. But the game is not that far. The game is like it's an open beta, and this open beta is very basic, so it's lacking a lot of things in gameplay that could be added, but it looks very promising. There's an active economy. The economy is really good in this game. It's really well thought out. You buy these UPX coins. These are fungible tokens. You buy them. You use them to purchase things inside the game, or you can use dollars straight from your PayPal to buy properties here. When we last played, the bottom price, the floor prices for Fresno were like $2,900 per property. I can tell you that the floor prices right now are far from that. They easily went 4x in a year, which is really, really well. Like, the market has plummeted, and Upland doesn't seem to be phased by that. You can see that houses are going for €8 in Fresno, €9. See there, the floor price here is around 9,850 UPX and about $7 to $8. So you can remember that when I bought into this game, I bought these houses for like 900 UPX, for like 1,100, 2,000 at the most. But the majority of the 108 houses I had when I shot a video yesteryear, they were all purchased below 2,000, very, very low prices. And you can see that there's no longer 90 houses in this city. What I did is I made a killing. I went 10x, 8x, 9x on certain properties. And what I did is, Fresno is, let me say this. These NFTs, these lots, they have a sort of a kind of a yield that they bring. It's the monthly earnings. Very low in Fresno. So there's houses here that will earn you maybe as low as 9 UPX monthly earnings. That means that 30 days need to pass, and then you get 9 UPX out of that property. Others are 14, 15, 16. Very, very low. Let's call it rent. It's not rent because there's not a house on there. Nobody's paying you rent. That's something for the future. But now, this yield, which for simplicity's sake I'll call rent, is extremely low in Fresno. Another way that a house can make money right now is that, a lot, because there's no house on there. A lot is that you can add a visiting price to it, and those UPX tally up. I have 1,000 right now in my wallet. That's nothing. That's about a dollar. As you can see, $5 buys you 5,000 UPX. $10 buys you 10,000 UPX. $49 buys you 50,000 UPX. So there's about $1 in my wallet. But if I was to sell this right now, this 98 square UPX house, I could easily get 20,000-30,000 UPX for it. And I can show you what I bought it for. Let me just take it off the market. That's an insane price anyway. I just did that so nobody could swipe it up from under my ass. So I bought it for 1,500. I can get between 20 and 30,000 UPX for it right now if I sold it easily. But I'll leave it be. I've this strategy which I'll explain a little later. What I did, as you can see, I no longer have these 85 houses in Fresno. I sold a lot of them. So what I did is I sold them for like 9,500 UPX. Let me show you my messages so you can see that people are actually buying stuff from me, right? We're selling all these houses in Fresno for 9,500, 9,400. They started. You put them up. Hour later, they're sold. It's like you're buying and selling a house in Amsterdam in real life. That's how fast it goes. And for ridiculous prices. Well, compared to yesteryear, they're ridiculous. But I think that they're still very low. I think that this game has proven that it can have a climbing floor. That it is not coupled to the Bitcoin. It's not coupled to stocks. It's not coupled to any other crypto. It's just its own economy, and it's going strong, and it's pulling in more players, and it's getting better and better and better. The game interface hasn't done as much in a year as I would like to have it see it do, but what they did is they unlocked a lot of new cities. We when we were playing, we only had San Francisco and Fresno available, and there were talks of Bakersfield opening, but now we have Los Angeles open. We have New York open, Brooklyn, Staten Island, the Bronx. It's all open. What do we have here? Detroit just opened last week. We have Cleveland, Chicago, of course. Nashville is out here somewhere doing its thing. One of my favorite cities, New Orleans. It's cool. Just grabbed a couple of like 25 properties there. It's really funny. New Orleans is a relatively high rent. High rent neighborhood or city. See it, tremendously different income here. So I bought this for 8,500, and I'm making a lot of monthly money from it. What I did is I took the money that I got from referrals, and I invested it all in New Orleans. That helped me grow to like 120 houses. Once that was done, I looked at my portfolio over here in Fresno. I decided to sell them off and look for new opportunities with kind of the same square UPX footage, but higher yields per month. And I landed on Los Angeles, and I started buying downtown Inglewood, Huntington Park, what is this, Linwood, Compton. Started buying houses here because houses here were for sale for like 7,400 UPX. So the 9,000 UPX I got for selling those houses left me with a little bit of money every time I made a purchase. So I bought a lot of these houses for like 7,000 up to 8,500 UPX. I was buying them, and then from what was left, I grew my amount of houses from like 108, 120, all the way up to 154. So yeah, that might not sound like a lot, 47 houses in a year, but I didn't spend a single cent of money. It's like I'm still on the initial 80 euros that I put into the game. Never spend another cent on it. So it is possible to grow. I'm not going to be like what is this? Let's look at this player. A chief executive with 2004. These people they got in earlier than me, or they put in a lot of more money than I did, or their sole purpose in life is playing this game. But I think I did very well in a year. Mostly not playing, just leaving it appreciate in value. And then once I saw an opportunity to go somewhere cheaper with higher yields, I took it, and then I just bought the fuck out of the valley. I really love Los Angeles. I've only visited once. I'd love to visit more often. Love the food there. But So that's where I started here, because I wanted to buy this house on Pico and La Brea, where I had wonderful tacos at Lucy's somewhere near. But then I couldn't. Oh, Pico Boulevard is here. La Brea should be around here somewhere. Well, I don't know. It should be around here somewhere. Maybe this blue line is La Brea. No, it's not. If you're Angelino and you know where La Brea is, then leave that in the comments. Lucy's has the best horchata that I ever tasted. So I wanted to buy Lucy's, but then Lucy's was too expensive. I couldn't buy it, and I went a couple of blocks south. And I started my first purchase here in Los Angeles. This house right here. I purchased it for 10. Didn't know what I was doing yet, but then I discovered that there were houses for 7,900, 8,000. I started buying those. Also for 10. These are poor examples. Just goes to show, every time you want to show something, then you get the wrong examples. I obviously bought a couple of houses for 10. Yeah, so I bought a lot of cheap houses. Look at the yield, 80. So I five-folded the income from these houses. I spent less on them than what they are worth in Fresno, right? And I just believe that the floor in Los Angeles will climb. The floor in Los Angeles will climb, just as it did in Fresno. As the game advances and as more people join, these floor prices will eventually also do a 10x for me. So what I did is I sold 80 properties from Fresno, left a couple of juicy ones there, 15, and I moved them all to Los Angeles. I have 83 properties in Los Angeles now, 24 in New Orleans, and these are my other properties. I keep track of them in on upxland.me because UPX World is no more. I can list all of my properties. I can quickly see what I have on sale, so I can judge whether something is sold too cheaply or. See, I bought houses for like $1,200 back in the day in Fresno. See, and then I'm going to sell them for like 9-10K, which will basically yield me 1,000% markup. So I'm not selling any of these houses yet. All these houses in New Orleans and Los Angeles, keeping them off the market until scarcity maxes, and then I'm going to try and flip them again for another 10x, and that will definitely impact my net worth. Last time you guys saw me play last year, my net worth was like 190,000 or something, 198,000, and I'll show you my net worth right now. Come here, little piggy. Propaganda. Okay, little piggy, there you are. So I'm a director now. My net worth is 1,132,807 UPX. I have 154 properties as opposed to the 108 you saw me have on March 14th last year. I doubled the amount of Spark I have roughly. And Spark will let me build houses. So I'm doing that in San Francisco because San Francisco is like one of the OG cities here. And I think that my NFTs in San Francisco will eventually be the ones that make me the money. Let's see. I have a couple of properties over here that I was developing. So you can build houses on those, and those houses, they said that they would allow you to rent out these houses to players. So this is very early stages for the game. So imagine if all the NFTs, all the lots are sold, right? Everybody owns lots. Can't get a lot unless you pay a lot of money. You fork over a lot of money. People are going to try and get into Upland. They want one of these floors. Imagine you getting rent out of these floors, or just selling floors, or just selling the house and keeping the lot, or just putting a little web shop on here and just selling your real world products through Upland. Then Upland would become like a fucking super metaverse hub where every little brick could be a website, or like imagine Shopify. Imagine streets full of Shopifys, just like what ancient people used to do, where they go out and then there were streets with a lot of shops that you could go into and buy stuff, but then it comes without all the awkward social interactions of having to talk to people and actually having to go outside in the rain and seeing people and having them cough on you. So that would be fucking amazing. Imagine all these little plots being little websites that you could just go into and just buy something. Now they're experimenting with stores, right? These orange dots are stores. They still look. I'm not going to lie. It still looks extremely crappy. The shops that are here, they just sell NFTs. Shop now. So, and these NFTs are block explorers. Look at that. That's 4 million. It's 4,000 euros for this stupid ass. For these ugly NFTs. 39 million. Shut up. Oh, 39,000. Okay, cool. That's pretty cool. 100 euros for a white ghost. Well, yeah. Okay, some people love this shit. I'll leave that to them. Well, maybe I'll buy in one day, because I really truly believe in the game, and these old school assets, they just might have some nostalgic version to people in the future from, remember when you could buy those super crappy block explorers in the stores? They look so first gen. That's so authentically, that's from the open beta era. Let me give you 500,000 million quadrillion dollars for that little blocky voxel dude. Right? So I might buy one. Who knows? It's all speculative anyway. Whether you're buying a plot or ugly picture, who cares? Right? I just believe that this game is absolutely okay. From a true gaming perspective, this game sucks balls. It sucks ass. But from an economist perspective, from somebody who wants to speculate, or for somebody who just really loves game theory and gamification of nerdy shit, this is an amazing game. It's just an amazing game. The amount of satisfaction you feel after flipping a property in a couple of minutes that you hodled for a year, and then fucking 10xing on it, and then being able to buy a whole lot more, like 50% more properties based off of your trades. That's just fucking cool. It's just like, it almost feels like you achieved something, and with minimum investment of time and money. I just know, like, if I sold all of these houses, for just 10 euros each, right, I would have made 1,500 euros easily off of a 80 euro investment a year ago. And then maybe I spent 5 hours playing over the last year, just 10 minutes here, 4 minutes there, right? And last week was a little bit of intense because I need to redo all the prices in Fresno and buy these. So, okay, maybe, let me say 7 hours. So with a 7-hour investment and 80 euros, I could now, if I wanted, make 1,500 out of that. And I think that that's a hell of a return. That's not money. It's not even minimum wage, right? If you counted the days and the money that I made. But if you imagine that you made 1,500 in 7 hours, right? If you look at it that way, that's interesting. And the fact that I went from 198,000 in net worth to over $1 million in net worth in a year, it's a 5x. That's 500%. It's fucking 5. Can you show me any bank that does 500%? No, right? Can you show me any crypto that did 500% and that was not an absolute shitcoin rug pull micro cap crazy ass? This is consistent over an entire year, right? Market went up, market went down, this game just went up. up and up and up and up. I guess that's why it's called Upland. That's why I like game ecologies, because they fucking don't care about the umfeld in the world or the invasions. Or okay, this game does care about the invasions. They were selling NFTs for like to save Ukraine, which is cool. But I'm just saying, geopolitics don't do anything. They don't affect the way things are priced. They just open a city, and it's relatively cheap to buy in. Like now, you can go to Detroit, you can buy houses for 5,000 UPX, and a year later, it 10x's, it 5x's, it's right. I came to the conclusion that I should have put 500 euros in there a year ago, right? Why am I not putting in 500 euros right now, as I'm so confident that it will grow? I just want to see this through. I want to see how far I can go of my $80 investment. So I'm a purist right now, and I know this is the wrong mistake, and my children will hate me for it later, because Dad, you could have been an Upland billionaire, and now you just got a couple of thousand out it. And I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'm having fun, right? So yeah, that's what's up. It's fun. I still don't understand how treasure hunting works. There's enough articles about it, so I could find out if I wanted to, but I guess I don't. I should probably find out how that works, but I can't be asked, because this game really got me into NFTs. It got me looking at CNFTs. It got me looking at OpenSea, and it really it just came in the right time, like March last year. I'm very thankful for UPX for making the concept of NFTs palatable to me. I was so into crypto and so into NFTs that I actually got a job at a fintech app in Holland that does algorithmic trading in bots and in cryptos and all these cool things. And the head of customer success there, which is cool because I get to learn so much about crypto, get to learn so much about the people who invest in crypto, and I get to see all these cool new things as a part of my job. All our customers are talking about, but that game does this, and that app does that, and then I'm like, oh, dope. So I've discovered a lot more crypto games, which I can maybe one day, if I find the time, feature on the channel. Lots of earn to play games I've discovered. I'm scoping those out, but the OG, the one that I really, really like and come back to every month for at least 10 to 20 minutes, is this game, Upland. There's a referral code in the screen, r.upland.me/capital G small h capital M small a. If you use that code to sign up and play the game, we both get a bonus. If you purchase something in the game, you will get half. Like let's say, right? You get into this game now. You say, I wanna buy 20 houses in Detroit. You buy this one, 100 UPX. What happens if you use my code is that you would get 150,000 UPX. So you would get 150 worth rather than 100. So that's a 50 euro gift you would get, right? Or sorry, dollar gift that you would get if you were to use my link. What happens on the other side at no cost to you at all, I also get 50k. So you get a bonus of 50k and I get a bonus matched. They're just paying for it, because like with every transaction, if you go into a house, if you want to buy it or sell it, let me just click one of these houses and click buy. I don't have the money, but it will offer me to buy. Okay, there it is. You'll pay 116. So see what they're doing? They're putting 5,000 of tax on there. So they burn my fungible tokens, and the person who sells it doesn't get that amount. They get a little under. So they burn his tokens or my tokens for the second time, giving him fewer tokens. So that money is flowing back into the system. And I think that they're giving these bonuses of these UPX from all the money that's being burned every time they levy a tax on a sale of a property. So at absolutely no extra cost to you, you give me a bonus, but you also receive a fucking changing bonus, life-changing bonus, because that means another 10 properties. If you go to Detroit right now, I'll show you. Just so you know that I'm not kidding, if you go to Detroit, which is somewhere over here, you can see that there are a lot of houses left for like 4,000 or 5,000, 5,500 UPX that you can just buy. You can just scoop them up. Oh, it's even cheaper there. Where is it? There it is. See? Under 5,000 houses, under 5,000. So you can still get for $100. You would be able to get 30 houses. You would get 30 houses for under. I think that's a very nice deal. Imagine if you 10x that with 0 to no effort in a year, right? Am I right? So yeah, consider playing through my link. If you don't want to, then okay, cool. Don't play through my link. If you don't want to play at all, also cool, right? See you later in my next video. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, have fun on the streets of LA. Have fun in Detroit, and hope you become an Uplander soon. Cheers, friend. Bye.